Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to use Neural Amp Modeler. This is an open source amp modeling software that allows you to create your own VST plugin versions of your amp hardware or distortion pedals or whatever you want along those lines. It's created by a guy, Steve Atkinson. You might have seen this with like Tonex or Guitar ML is another variation of this. Steve's built one himself. This is a little bit different than the others, but he's just done recently an easy mode trainer. This is what we're going to go over today. This doesn't require any technical know-how. Just follow the steps and you'll be good to go. So step one here, we're going to download a WAV file. Links are all in the description, of course. So this is just, download this to a folder, and you're going to download it to the same folder as the other stuff we're working on today. But anyway, that gets downloaded, and the next step is just go to your DAW. You're going to drop that file into your DAW, and you're going to run your own signal chain. So normally this would be done through like hardware, like a real amp or whatever. But today, just to make it easy for the video, I'm going to use Ignite Emissary because I use it in every video, and it's just easy for me. So yeah, just imagine that I'm running this through a signal chain of whatever, Marshall amp, whatever. And then I record that back on another track. So just to get that part done, I'm going to fast forward through me freezing and flattening this WAV file. But something else to keep in mind, you do not want to record this with a guitar cabinet in the chain. You want it to be just the amplifier. So if you've got a load box, that's how you got to do it. You line back in and then you record that line in. All right, fast forwarding through my freeze and flatten here. Okay, so this would be when you have your recorded guitar track. Something to keep in mind: you have to make it the exact same length as the V1 WAV file. So just if you have the two of them side by side, you just want to zoom in. First thing, make sure that both of them have these little ticks. These are for quantizing, to make sure that everything's lined up exactly right. And then the rest of it is just making sure that the end of it, and I mean like to the sample exact. So you see when you zoom all the way in, you start to see the dots. These dots are samples. You just want to make sure that you're lining up right at the very end there so that it's like perfect, perfect, perfect. You can't be one sample off, otherwise the system will throw an error. So we're going to export this, and when you export, if you're on Ableton like me, you have to convert to mono. You can normalize it, doesn't really matter. Normalizing works fine anyway, so I just do it. But the important parts here are that you have to use 48 kilohertz and you have to use 24-bit as your bit depth. All right, so we're just going to export this guy, and we have to call it output.wav. And so I already did this in another try in this video, but I'm just going to overwrite this guy. There we go. All right. So now we've got our WAV file. We've got both of our WAV files, rather. So we got to take both of those guys, and we're going to bring them to this website. Again, links in the description. So we've got it. Let me get this so that we can see everything on camera. Boop, boop, boop. All right. All right, cool. So I can get rid of this guy. All right, so we got the V1 wave and your output wave. When you get into this website, the first thing you're going to have to do is, one of the only things you have to do is click on this little folder icon that opens up this area, and you'll see sample data. We're going to drag and drop our folders, or rather our audio files. So output and V1, we're going to drag and drop those right here. It'll give you a little thing, let you know that this is a temporary situation. That's fine. So you just let these load. It kind of looks like it's Google, so it's the Google Drive looking circle thingy. This has 2 steps in here. Like he's got some directions in here. You could read this stuff if you want, but hopefully this video kind of explains all of it. If you've never seen this before, there's the way this works. Colabs has these little buttons here. It looks like 2 brackets, but if you hover your mouse over it, it looks like a play button. That's what you're looking for. So step 2 is the first thing that you're going to do. You just click on the little play button, and it'll give you a warning letting you know that it's not authored by Google because it's authored by Steve Atkinson. So you just hit play, and if all is well with your 2 files looking like each other, like being the exact same size, all of this stuff will kind of show up. This lets you know that it's good. And once that's done, there you go. Now that's done. We'll go to the next step here. This is set for 100 epochs. An epoch, essentially, just imagine like more epochs equals a greater quality of an amp model. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to cost more as far as CPU on your, like the VST isn't going to think that like a 100 epoch is like lighter than like 1,000 epochs. So you could set this to whatever number you want. 100 is fine. We're going to do 100 for this video, and I'll show you what that sounds like. But my point being, you could make this, 1,000, 10,000, whatever you can, you get timed out on this thing eventually after like a couple of hours. And I think it's like 12 hours. So doing it over 1,000, I think, is overkill. But anyway, you could just go in here and just type it in. You just add a 0 or make it 500, whatever you want. So today I'm doing 100. So we'll just hit this play button and we'll fast forward through this. But as this is running, if it looks okay, you're going to see this doing its thing, and then it'll start to load and it'll start to tell you what's going on with the epochs. So here you can see this is epoch 0, and it's just running up to 100%. Each one of these takes about 8 seconds to run. So now it's on epoch 2. So this is going to run to 100. I'll fast forward. I just want to show you one more thing. If you open up your with the folder that's supposed to show up here, and it's not here yet. Hold on. Maybe it's after a couple it shows up. Okay, so as this is running, you'll get a little folder that says lightning logs. If you open this up, this will kind of give you what's going on with the system, and here you go. You want to open up the one that says checkpoints. So this is going to give you a little readout of how the epochs are running. It'll tell you, like this is epoch 8, epoch 9, epoch 10. The number that you're looking for is this ESR equals. This lets you know the quality. So right now at epoch 8, I'm at ESR 0.2328. The closer this gets to 0.000000 is more accurate. You're never going to get that far. The best you could do is like 0.01, and then hopefully, low numbers after that. That's really good. 0.2 is it's not going to sound good, but that's why you run several epochs. You can see this thing just updated now. It's at epoch 14, 15, and 16, and you can see we're at 0.1 already. So as this runs, this number will get smaller and smaller. Closer to 0.0 something is going to be, it's going to sound good. So I'll just let this run, and we'll be back, whatever, listen to some elevator music. Here we go. All right, so that's done. This ended up taking about 12 minutes. Each epoch is like 7 seconds, I think, like 7 or 8 seconds. So we can see the comparison chart here. 100 epochs. Doesn't look like it's very close, but like just listen to it when we're done and we'll see. You can actually get further, like closer to this, like with more epochs, obviously. But it's like a diminishing returns thing. Like twice as many is only going to get you like a tidbit closer, and 10 times as many. If you did 1,000, it's like barely even closer. You know what I mean? Like it only goes so close. So once this is all done, you're going to end up with this exported models. This takes about 20, 30 seconds to generate. But you open this guy up, and then you got version 1 here. This is the very first version I've done on this browser, so it's, version 1. When you open this up, you want to download 2 files, this config.json, sure, JSON, nice, and then weights.npy. So just right click on both of these and say download, and that's gonna, oh yeah, that's right, this it just downloads wherever it wants. All right, so anyway, let's download them and then we'll go find them. All right, there they are. So we got by date, give me that. Give me this and give me this. All right, so I'm going to cut those and I'm going to bring them to my desktop actually. So NOM demo video. Let's make a folder here. I'm going to call this emissary 100 epochs. Sure. And I'm going to paste that weight.npy and config.json. So we just need to remember where this folder is. I put it on the desktop for a reason, and I'll show you in a second. So we go back to our DAW. I can get rid of well, I'll just mute this, I guess. Don't have to get rid of it. All right, so we got this guy. This is a channel I made with the emissary in one channel, and then the NOM in the other. Oh yeah, you got to download NOM. So that's also in the directions here. Just basically, it's, what is it? Step 12 is where it's at. So just go ahead and download this. It's a plugin called NOM Snapshot. So if you're in your VST folder, if it names your folders like it does for mine automatically, just look for Steve Atkinson. So yeah, NOM Snapshot. When you load this up, it's going to have, input and output gain and this choose a model. So you click choose a model, and this is why I put it on the desktop, because you got to dig down into your folders for where your stuff is. So I just put it right here, and it's easy for me to grab it. You're just selecting the folder, and that folder is the one that I have that has those 2 files. So you click OK, and that's it. It's ready to go. So let's do, instead of listening to the weirdo, well, here actually, yeah, a couple things. First of all, I'm going to get a DI, but I also have to get a cab sim going. So let me go ahead and do that. Do I not even have mcabinet in here? Nope. All right, that's fine. Let's use mconvolution easy, my favorite IR loader, and I got a favorite here. We'll just use this guy. All right, cool. So amp sim and then cab. First, let's listen to, wait, I got to get a DI going because this sounds funny, by the way. Yeah, that's the trainer. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Let's get a DI. Drop him in. Bloop. Come on, buddy. There we go. I'm doing things. I'm good at stuff. All right. So that's the emissary. And then here, let me do a keystroke thing. And 1. There we go. All right, so we can swap. Let me get the gain right. 3 of those. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's just A-B between the 2 of them. I guess I already have been, but we're going to A-B between the 2 of these and just listen to the how they sound. So that's emissary. And that's now. pretty close, right? That's fucking awesome. So yeah, that's the basics of it. You can do some more if you want. If you want to get crazy, like I said, with the number of cycles that you run this thing through, the number of epochs, you can increase those and make it even closer. But like I said, it's not gonna make the CPU load any higher or lower by the number of epochs you run. Is it epochs or is it epochs? Is it NAM or is it NAM? Like, I guess, whatever. Not like I was ever in NAM. But yeah, there you go. That's my demo. If you have any questions, you got to hit up. There's a new user group on Facebook for specifically to address this stuff. It's the Neural Amp Modeler NAM discussion. So hit us up. Steve is in there. He's super helpful. He's a charming fella. And he walked me through all of this. So I'm walking you guys all through all of this to kind of hopefully kind of lighten the load on the where do I start stuff. All right, cool. I hope you guys enjoy and go make some amps and share them with the rest of us. I'll be in there for sure. I've got a ton of amps. Well, not a ton. I got a couple of, I got a Triple X. I got a Marshall 2203. I got this old school death metal Ibanez head. I've got a bunch of pedals that I'm going to do, just like pedal, just signal chains that I'm going to fuck with and make awesome stuff for you guys. So yeah, come on and join the group and collaborate with the rest of us and give Steve a thanks. Alrighty. Take it easy, guys. See ya.